quantum of supply in the market. These factors can increase or decrease the supply in the market. How? First is own price of the commodity. Own price of the commodity means the price of product itself. If price of the product is higher, supply that will also be higher because producers will get more profit. And if price is low, supply will also be low because the profit would be less for the producers. Now the second thing, that is price of related goods. Related goods means which are somehow related to the particular commodity or particular product. Just have an example of tea and coffee. Tea, coffee. Suppose producer is producing both the products. Now if in the market the price of coffee is higher than the tea, then producers will produce more coffee. Because of that, the supply of coffee in the market would be more and supply of tea would be less. So just to remember the concept in mind, the supply is automatically related with the higher price and higher profits. Producer will supply more if they see that they can have more profits in the market. The supply would be more in that case. So for the second, price of related good means if any product is giving more profit to the producer, then they will supply that product more in the market. So third is number of firms in the industry. If number of firms in the industry are more, supply will be more. If number of industries are less, supply will be less. Next is goal of the firm. See, there can be two goals for the firm. First goal can be profit maximization. Done. Profit maximization. And second goal that can be sale maximization. Then